Yes,
With me, Christian Ekkes. You are the driver of the number 16 for Kaulig Racing. Tell you what, you're coming off of your back-to-back top 10 performances. It's like the third time you've done that this year. What's it going to take for you to, I'm sure you want to make it 3 in a row. Is this a great opportunity for you here at Echo Park?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, our Camaro, I guess 2-3 months? No, let's see, what's it, June? 4 months ago? Was really fast. We had a top 5 run. Unfortunately, got into an accident on the last lap and took us out of contention. But yeah, no, Atlanta's always been good to me. I won a truck race here a couple of years ago, and I had no doubt in my mind that our 10% RV Chevy will be good tonight and contending for a top 5 again.
Now, I think that's why you did finish, 29th a few months ago. You said you were in that last lap crash. But until then, you were running well. You were running well in that race. What about running this race in the summer? I mean, I know it's going to cool off tonight, but you're going to have better grip in that. Is that going to be to your advantage, you think?
I think so. Yeah, our Kaulig Racing guys have done a great job of bringing a car that's going to drive really good tonight and in the heat. So it's kind of different, than the spring and fall. I've only raced here in the spring, so I don't really know what the fall is. But just talking to AJ and a bunch of my other teammates, should be a lot more treacherous tonight, a little bit more slick. So. Yeah, no, should be fun.
Yeah. Now you did qualify. I think you're in what the was it 17th in the tonight's race and that. But the thing is about this track, you can make up some track position very quickly out there, and I imagine that's something you're going to work a lot on. What, side drafting and that, and working with your teammates, or how do you plan on getting up front?
Yeah, for sure. My teammates are sharp behind me, so hopefully we can make a little bit of a Kaulig Racing choo-choo train and get to the front. But yeah, it's always good to have teammates, and here at Atlanta, we have our alliance with RCR and Big Machine Racing as well. That'll help us throughout the day as well. So yeah, definitely nice to have friends here, starting a little bit deeper than we wanted to, but should be fun to race again.
Now you've worked with a couple different race teams in your career. That's very typical of what happens in racing. How do you feel like your partnership with Kaulig Racing is going? It seems like they're a top-notch team, and I imagine what is the one thing you two working together, you as a driver, them as a team, that's propelling you to be the best you can be?
Yeah, no, it's definitely been a bumpy start for us just as far as results, which we didn't really anticipate, but I feel like we're kind of on the right trajectory now of getting good finishes, back-to-back top 5s, and running consistently well. We just kind of need a little bit of luck on our side, which we've had the last 2 weeks, and hopefully that can continue, but it's been a great relationship so far, and hopefully it's one for years to go.
Yeah, now talking more specifically on you, obviously your goal is to get the Cup. No one races at this level for as long as you have without that dream. If teams said, hey, look, Christian, this is what you need to do, or as Kaulig Racing said, you know what, we're betting on you, and we just feel like we're just biding our time until you get there. I mean, how's that working for you? Has other teams told you what that level threshold is, Kaulig or whatever? Because I know you want to get there in the next year or two.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely the goal is to Cup race. But the weird thing about NASCAR, there really isn't a particular mold that you need to make the Cup. So I think my number one thing is just to take it day by day. That's kind of how I live my life. My motto is brick by brick, just building a house, and that's kind of my number one thing is to do the best I can each day, and I think it'll all work out in the end if I do that.
Yeah, and final question. The schedule that you have in Xfinity is basically the same schedule going into the playoffs that Cup has, with the exception of, I think you guys are going to Portland at one point a little later this summer. Now, do you do any sim practice for both Cup and Xfinity, just to kind of figure the difference in the cars in case an opportunity arose, or are you kind of checking out the difference in the sim, or are you pretty much concentrating on Xfinity when you're doing your racing and your practice during the week?
Yeah, a little bit of both. I do some Cup work for some of the Cup teams just on the side to help them out and learn the car a little bit, which is always fun to do and helps me get a little bit more seat time as well. So, I drive anything I can on a simulator for free, just to get the experience I can.
It sounds to me like you're just a racer's racer. You just like to get behind the wheel, whether it's on the track, in the sim, and make yourself someone who's going to be ready for the total show and you're going to break through. I think that's the case, right?
Yeah, man. Hopefully. Doing our best on it for sure.